Hello again, everyone. I'm O'Neil Williams, and welcome to our program. Boy, today is a tricky show. Now think about this. Duck hunting in Georgia. Well, let's solve that by going to Skeeter Branch Hunting Preserve. It's in North Georgia. Duck hunting. Wow. Now, what makes it special this time is we're with a couple of wounded U.S. Army Rangers. You'll get to meet them and the organization that sort of put this all together. It's all today on O'Neil Outside, and this is one you will not want to miss.
O'Neil Outside is presented by CVA. It's just a better gun.
What's that song? Let's get on by. They're coming this way?
They're coming in.
That's a miss.
I haven't done this in a long, long time, and I can really tell. We missed those clean. Okay, here comes two more.
Nope.
Dylan, talk to me now. Tell me when you've done this before.
I ain't never done this before. This is my first time coming,
yeah?
and I'm having fun already.
Minnesota Sam here's done it before, hadn't you, Tom, huh?
Last time I did it, I had 2 eyes.
Yeah. Well, with 2 Army Rangers to my left, I'm the third shot. I tell you what though, boys, I hadn't missed yet. What do you think of that?
You're undefeated so far.
Undefeated. Perfect record.
Uh-huh. I hadn't shot yet. Another one. There you go. Good shot. We got others coming in, boys. Good shot, man. We got it going on now.
Yeah.
Hadn't we? Yes,
Here
sir.
we got one.
O'Neil Outside, brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Bill Jordan's Realtree, family, friends, and the outdoors. Loyal Pet Food for a lifetime. And XGO, the first layer of defense.
I, Jackknife Jed, do leave it my barred rifle to the next thing that finds it. Yours truly, Jackknife Jed. Yes! A CVA Acura!
Are you ready to go grab life by the gills? Maybe take a road trip to a place with no roads. Would you like to make an investment you know will pay off? Then you belong at Bass Pro Shops, where great gear, great prices, and the great outdoors all meet up. Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
I feed year-round for this one day. My payoff? The stuff of legends. Record Rack.
I mean, when I see the new extra patterns, it really does give me a tremendous amount of pride because I was literally a kid when I started working at Realtree. Every year it's evolved, and it's because the people at Realtree are committed to really being hidden and being undetected. I mean, it is a mirror image of those natural colors that you see in the woods and those lifelike images. And I don't know where it's going to go from here, but I do know this will work for me. And if I was stranded on an island, I know I'll be hidden and I'll be fat and happy if I got this pattern on.
Guys, 3 letters I want you to remember before your next trip. XGO. Why? Well, in warm weather, there's nothing any more comfortable than the XGO Technical Mesh. If it gets wet, it dries almost instantly, and unlike so many others, it has AG47 silver, so it won't stain. XGO, used by our military in some of the hottest places on Earth. It will work for you. Use the code O'Neill30 to get 30% off your order. Today on O'Neill Outside, we're hunting with 2 U.S. Army Rangers, and I'd like for you to get to know them. O'Neill shot one, oh my goodness.
What about that?
Right there. He wants to come in real bad. Landing on the water.
It's hook, line, and sinker. You got me. I'm hooked on duck hunting now.
You're the duck hunter now, aren't you? Well, down around Columbus, you got some ducks going up down that river. Both Dylan and Tom are in the Columbus, Georgia area, Phoenix City. They got the Chattahoochee River behind them. Did you do this in Minnesota?
Yes, I did. I did a lot. I grew up in the duck blind with my grandpa Bud.
Yeah, I remember you talking about Bud last night.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's a great man. Learned a lot from him sitting in a duck blind.
Well, the story that I won't tell is the 6-year-old with the BB gun shooting the lights out in the barn.
Says the guy that won't tell the story.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
I watched my dad take my BB gun, grabbed it by the barrel, and bent it all the way around so the barrel was pointing right at my face when I looked down.
He horseshoed your BB gun barrel?
He did. He's a strong man.
Well, he taught you a lesson. I bet when you got another gun, you didn't shoot the lights out in the barn either, did you?
We didn't have to pay a whole lot of money for light bulbs anymore.
The light bulbs were
They seem
safe.
to last a little bit longer.
How did I miss that bird? Got that one. Took that one. I took that one away from you. Oh man. Oh man. There you go. You got him, son. Take a guess, as best you can. During your training and your service, how many rounds have you shot?
That's
A mountain?
Somewhere between, yeah. a mountain
Yeah.
or-
that's an understatement.
I could easily say probably about 200,000 rounds.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, both of us are in weapon squad, so you can get
Yeah.
a round count from a machine gun real
One day
quick.
at a range, we'll shoot 2,000 rounds between 3 guns.
I see.
So
And that's with a machine gun. There was one day
Yeah.
though, I shot 1,000 rounds of 9mm.
And where did most of your training take place?
Fort Beginning.
Fort Beginning.
Fort Benning, Georgia.
Yeah.
oh,
How long was the typical mission? In other words, we're going out.
It's a quick
Is it?
one.
yeah.
Depends on what the mission is. Sometimes we'll spend the day out there and try to pick a fight, or we'll just jump in, or like not jump in, but like run in, run out.
I see.
Yep.
Something specific.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we find who we want, and we do what we can to get as much information out, and then we go get them. We have good intelligence, and we got guys that work very, very hard to gather good intelligence, so that when we go out, it's
Specific.
it's a
You're just not out roaming around.
Yeah.
it's a meaningful mission when we do it.
Man, I was impressed with our duck hunting location, both the lodge where we stayed and the number of ducks we had coming in too. I sat with the owner to share their story with you. I want you to meet Daniel Cathy. He and his family operate a fabulous place here called
Skeeter Branch.
Skeeter Branch. And where are you located?
We're up here near Hartwell, Georgia, right on the South Carolina-Georgia state line. We're only 2 miles from Hartwell Lake, which is a lot of great fishing and duck hunting on the lake there.
How many acres?
265.
How long you been in business?
14 years.
Okay. Listen to this now, this is great. How many people you bring in here and let them duck hunt?
Last year was 1,170, and this year it's going to be pushing 1,400 hunters. And that's 10,000 ducks we raised and released on the farm.
Oh, so your vertical integration. You raise the duck and the ducks stay right here.
Yep, they've got.
So the hunter comes in and he's shooting.
He's shooting mallards. He's shooting lots of mallards. And we have 8 different flooded corn ponds, and there's multiple places that the birds can get away from the shooting, so they don't leave. Some of them leave, but the majority of them do stay because they only get hunted twice a week. So you couldn't hunt them every day, or you would run them all off.
Right.
It's just like any wild situation. If you ever hunt them, they would leave.
Is this a good place to bring the kids, maybe the non-hunters?
Absolutely. A lot of men bring the boys and girls. We have young kids come hunt a lot. It's an easier hunt, but it's
a guaranteed deal, isn't it?
Yeah, if you can shoot. We 4 years ago we went to a 1 box of shell limit because we treat these birds like wild birds because they work on their own. We don't push them and chase them. They go down the flooded corn ponds to feed, and that's where you're hunting. And if you can't kill your 4 or 5 birds with 25 shots, you're just done. It's time to go eat breakfast.
Lodging accommodations are fabulous. The food's out of sight. Plenty of ducks, plenty of guns, plenty of shooting, plenty of conversation and stories.
Yep.
We've been listening to stories all day.
Yep. We hunt from October through March. We can hunt 22 hunters at a time, lodge 22 at a time. This is, like you said, it's our 14th year. The first year we raised 600 ducks trying it out, and this past year we raised 10,000 ducks.
Fantastic. So when people want to hunt, they call the following website, which is?
Huntmallards.com.
Huntmallards.com.
That's it.
We'll get back to the duck hunt in a moment, but I have a couple of tips for you. Ready? Number 1, pattern your shotgun. Even for duck hunting, you need to pattern your shotgun. Number 2, hunt when no one else is hunting, just like turkey, deer, anything else. Go during the week if you can, Wednesday, Thursday, instead of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and hunt right after a weather change. And number 3, and this is the best tip of the day, seek out some veterans and take them hunting. It'll be your best hunt of the year, and that's your CONUS hunting tip of the week.
The Labor Day deals are heating up during Toyota's annual clearance event. Now's the time to save big on a great selection of your favorite Toyotas. From the popular Camry, to the fuel-efficient Prius, to the rugged do-it-all Tundra. But our once-a-year clearance event ends September 2nd. Hurry in today. Don't miss big Labor Day savings during Toyota's annual clearance event and lease a new 2014 Toyota Tundra Double Cab SR5 for $329 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
This portion of O'Neill Outside is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Georgia Power, official energy partner of you. Cass Creek, you can't get more real than Cass Creek. And the Georgia Department of Economic Development. Visit exploregeorgia.org and discover the unexpected.
I guess it's easy enough to tell this is not about duck hunting. Not this show, it's not. Even though Skeeter Branch is a fabulous place to go and we had a heck of a great time, but the idea was to kind of hang out at camp with a couple of heroes, and it was my privilege to do that. So we're going to find out more about these guys, which is worthwhile, and then we'll tell you about Operation One Voice. the organization that put this trip and so many other ones together, Operation One Voice.
Swing around wide that way.
He sneaked in on us, little devil. He may come back. Oh. Man, those things are flying fast. There's another one coming in, 11 o'clock.
Got him. Wait. Got more behind it.
Right behind them, Tom. They're gonna come around. They're gonna come around.
He said that was back.
Yeah, here. Tom, we should be shot for missing that shot. Here you go. Tom, Dylan. Dylan!
Oh! Crack shot Tom right here.
You folded that one, buddy.
Yeah.
That's classic looking.
On the board with a good kill.
That's it.
Me and Bramlett both got injured on October 5th,
Both same day.
same day. It was one incident. It was a suicide bomber that decided he was going to be cool. We said no.
It wasn't that cool.
It wasn't that cool. But sent me flying 35 feet. Lost my right eye, collapsed lung, and broken toe. And Bramlett took shrapnel. He was far enough away. And my buddies came and picked me up and got me out of there.
And you say woke up where? Back in the States?
I remember them like snipping up the clothes off and everything, and lights went out after that.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up at Walter Reed in Maryland, and I was still fighting. I was like pulling cords out and stuff. I didn't know where I was. So then they kind of calmed me down, and I figured out what happened and everything. And
Was it the same blast that got you, Dylan?
Yeah.
It was the same blast, same incident. Well, what was the situation? Were you going into a building, or what was the setup?
there was a little building that had a little courtyard in it, like kind of like a snow fence, basically a fence that amounts to much more, a little bit more than what we got right here. And that was their like little fenced-in courtyard kind of corral thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just going to look for a bad guy.
So you had an assignment. There was somebody you were looking for?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and then told guys come up, and then I had one guy that I grabbed, was starting to bring him out, and then his buddy jumped up, and they were like sitting in the courtyard, ran at us, and then clapped himself off. And then that was the beginning of that night, and it didn't end for another 2 hours. So.
Okay. This goes off blast. How long is it before you're picked up?
Took me 10 minutes.
I was on the same medevac bird that he was.
Yep, we were gone in 10 minutes.
Oh, man. Woke up at Walter Reed.
Yep.
How long? A few days?
I woke up 3 days later.
3 days.
Yep. My birthday was October 4th. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
There's one at 1 o'clock. I think he's going the opposite direction.
Our hunt here at Skeeter Branch is sponsored by One Voice.
Operation One Voice.
Operation One Voice. See, I got corrected. Bill, you're running this show. Tell me about what you do and why are we here today?
We're here today to take a couple of wounded Rangers on a duck hunt. We started Operation One Voice in the days right after 9/11 when our special operators went to war. I'm out of the fire and police business. It was firefighters and police officers standing up for wounded and fallen Special Operation Forces soldiers.
What have you done over the years? Give me some examples.
Well, we understand these guys like to hunt, so we do a lot of Purple Heart hunts. We will also provide vehicles for spouses while these guys are banged up and in hospitals. And what we do is we fill a lot of gaps that everybody else in the government let fall through. Our goal is to make sure that none of these families fall through the holes or gaps in support.
You're doing a wonderful job, and it's been since 9/11?
Shortly after 9/11, we've stood up within the months following it.
Okay. You've done a marvelous job over the years. I've been involved, very privileged to be involved so many times on the golf tournaments and fishing tournaments and so on. It's just marvelous what you do. And how is it that you raise your funds to make these days available to these guys?
We have several ways. Obviously, we go out and we play a little golf. We're fortunate enough to have some friends in the sporting industry, some ex-ball players. They'll come out, like Morton Anderson, and put on golf tournaments for us. We put on 5Ks, we ride bicycles, just about any way that local guys can come together. A lot of them are not all based here. We have police officers and firefighters in Albany, Georgia, in Tallahassee, Florida, that stand up with us, and they raise the dollars, and we all centered them around the corporation up here.
I've seen the effect of your efforts, and you're to be congratulated. Let me do that.
Thank you. And thank you for coming out here. I tell you, it is one big family that takes care of these soldiers. It's all of us.
It's a privilege, and a privilege for you too, for you to be involved in Operation One Voice. Give it a try.
For over 30 years, I've been blessed to call the great outdoors my office. And you know, I've seen tons of products come and go, but only a handful have impacted the way I hunt, like my Thermacell mosquito repellent. Thermacell creates a 15 by 15 foot zone of protection from mosquitoes, black flies, and other flying insects. But most importantly, Thermacell doesn't spook my game. Now I can concentrate on the hunt and not the bugs. Thermacell's a game changer that's revolutionized the way I hunt.
I love Kona scopes, so it's no surprise to O'Neill that the new M30 is recommended by the National Tactical Officers Association. Designed for hunters and tactical shooters, the M30s offer more features than any other scope, including a built-in level bubble for long-range shooting, the Konus engraved reticle for durability, and the Konus lifetime replacement warranty. Konus Pro M30s, shoot like a pro.
These are our Powerbelt Platinum bullets, designed especially for Magnum charges. Platinums provide optimal on-game performance at higher velocities, making them the perfect choice for shooters who use a Magnum charge. The 270 grain Powerbelt Platinum, just one of over 40 different Powerbelt bullets. Find out which one's best for your gun, game, load, and distance. Go to PowerbeltBullets.com. Powerbelt, America's #1 muzzleloading bullet.
Hey neighbor, heard you took another Big 10 point on your place.
Yep, got him coming to my upper food plot.
Dang, we both plant fields, but you've got the deer. What's your secret?
I plant Whitetail Institute products. Couldn't say.
The Whitetail Institute of North America. Research equals results.
O'Neill here to tell you about the Grill Grate. It's a new cooking surface for all grills, and you need one. Grill Grate panels sit on top of your grill. The bottom prevents charring flare-ups, while the valleys keep your juices sizzling and it never rusts. Grill Grate's perfect for fish, hamburgers, and steak. Nothing sticks. The Grate tool is amazing. 4 years in a row, the World Championship Steak Cook-Off was won using Grill Grates. Take it from O'Neill, the Grill Grate really works.
There's more O'Neill Outside coming up. But first, let's thank our sponsors. Kona Scopes and Spotting Scopes. What's your game? Grill Grate. Better grilling by design. The Food Saver Game Saver Vacuum Sealing System. The Whitetail Institute of North America. Research equals results. And Thermacell. Take back the outdoors. Now, let's join O'Neill for this week's outdoor cooking recipe.
We're having a fabulous hunt, don't you think, with our vets from Afghanistan? It's a worthwhile day spent on a duck hunt. Well, this is tequila duck breast. So take a look at this now, tequila duck breast. Duck breast seasoned with salt, pepper, thyme, and some Big Green Egg Whirlybird seasoning. I put them directly on the egg. It doesn't take them long to cook. Be aware of that. And I'll introduce the tequila part of this thing in just a few minutes. This is butter I've heated up on the egg. I'll put in the tequila, stir. Now let's finish it up. A lime's always good with tequila. Pour it right over the duck breast. Tequila duck breast on the Big Green Egg. Want the recipe? Sure you do. O'NeillOutside.com, BigGreenEgg.com, outdoors. Big Green Egg, the ultimate cooking experience. Time for the CVA guest book this week from Alan Weichert in Lula, Georgia. What a great name for a town. I know where it is. He says he has 8.5 wooded acres between 2 pastures. What can he do about the deer hunting on that property? Number 1, you better cover your scent. It's a small area, okay? Take care of that first. Number 2, contact the people on the internet at Whitetail Institute. They will make recommendations to you. They've got all that stuff, and you put your little food plot in there, so that when the bucks are checking out does in this pasture or that pasture or right in front of you on that food plot, they will check where the does are. Give them a reason to stop. And if you'd like to win a CVA youth model muzzleloader, it's called a Wolf, then go to O'NeillOutside.com. The CVA guest book, if we use your comment on the air or your question, like Alan, CVA will send you the muzzleloader, and it's worthwhile. So what do you say? Why don't you and a buddy and O'Neill will go fishing? We'll stay at the fabulous Ocean Lodge Hotel. It's wonderful. We'll go to St. Simon's Island. We'll go fishing with Mark Noble. We'll catch great big redfish, and we'll shoot a show together. How do you enter? Go to XGO Outdoors Facebook page. I hope you win. Now let's wrap up our trip to Skeeter Branch and the Rangers. The birds coming? Yeah, right here. I got 1. I got 2. That was a good ending right there, boys.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that was good, buddy. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Right.
That was awesome. You just come in and I was like, bang, 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 bang.
Hey, one more here in the front.
You got more coming,
One
Dylan?
right there.
That Dylan's a sharp-eyed rascal. He is. There are some investment strategies I want to pass along to you. A great morning with a limit of ducks here at Skeeter Branch, involvement in one voice in meeting 2 rangers. There's not a better investment. Spend some time, some money, some effort, be involved, go to a place like this, meet some rangers, and your investment's returned many times over. It's a good morning, boys.
Enjoyed it.
You betcha. Good morning.